bring in Democratic Senator, the senior senator from Rhode Island, Jack Reed. Thank you so much for being here, Senator Reed. I'm so sorry for what you are dealing with in your beloved state of Rhode Island. What is the latest that you are hearing on the investigation?
Well, first, we are all shocked. You know, there's always the possibility of something like this, but we never thought it would come to Rhode Island, which is a very small community, and we try to take care of each other. But they're horrific, and also for the families, unbearable for those, particularly the two students who died, but the wounded students also. What has happened is that we've had outstanding coordination with not just the Providence Police Department and Fire Department, but with other cities and towns throughout Rhode Island. They sent police, they sent fire, the FBI was here. Federal coordination has been incredibly appreciated and effective. And as a result, about 4 a.m. this morning, they arrested a suspect and brought him back to the Providence. He's in the custody now of the Providence Police. There'll be a press conference, I'm told, at noon, and I will do my best to attend. And at that point, they will have more details. But the horrible news is we lost 2 students and others are seriously wounded. But we do have the suspect in custody.
Well, that is good news, and they are breathing a sigh of relief, as I'm sure you are as well.
Yes.
Rhode Island, we've been discussing this morning, does have one of the strictest gun laws, or some of the strictest gun laws in the nation, and yet this tragedy still happened. What does that tell you?
Well, we always have to look very carefully about how effective our laws are. And you're right, we have some of the strictest laws in the nation, and they're enforced. So the first set of questions that should be asked is, you know, how did the gunmen get the guns? They were, I'm told, handguns. They were pistols. So that might be one way he got them. There's more of a concern, obviously, of military-type weapons. And then it appears that he's about 30 years old, so not a question of age. But I think we have to check very closely how he obtained the weapons. I'm told also that when they captured him in Coventry, Rhode Island, about 20 miles from the Brown campus, they found other handguns. So if these are illegal handguns, you know, we have to look and see how we got them. And if there's a hole in the process, we have to plug the hole. There's just a proliferation of firearms, and they're one reason, not the only reason, but they're one reason why we have these tragedies.
Is that hole pluggable?
I think so. I think part of it is, improving the background checks that we do. Sometimes they're cursory at best. Records not maintained. And many people say, well, we do have background checks, but if the background checks are very cursory, or, you can get by with them, then again, we have to make them tougher. I mean, we hear all the time that most of the weapons and military-grade weapons that are going into Mexico to their drug gangs come from the United States. Like, it's easier to get firearms in the United States, military grade, and take them to Mexico than just to get them in Mexico. So I think we have to look closely at all of our laws and not be satisfied until these occurrences are something of the past.
Yeah, I mean, Senator, I have been covering Washington for a very long time, and I've heard that kind of promise and hope that you can get things done more times than I like to count.
Yes.
Do you really think, I mean, I want to be an optimist, but we also have to be real here. Is that going to happen?
I think we have to recognize that there's a powerful and well-financed gun lobby. the gun manufacturers, the retailers, all of them. They're very effective and very influential. And then there's also in popular culture in the United States this association with guns with the winning of the West and et cetera, and a lot of other factors. But, you know, there are reasons why we don't get things passed, but then you confront a situation like we've seen at Brown, where innocent students taking an examination probably thinking, gee, I'm going to be out here an hour, and then I'm the train or plane back home. What a great Christmas. Hanukkah is coming up. And they're dead or they're severely wounded. I mean, our priorities in this regard are wrong. I can recall sponsoring with John McCain a legislation years ago that would have required background checks at private gun sales, and it passed the Senate. But what the leadership did at that time, the Republican leadership, even though it was a bipartisan bill, they took the whole bill down. They voted against it because they didn't want to see any changes, significant changes to gun control. But in its, you know, this is not strictly a partisan issue. This is an issue for regional and for all Americans. But we've got to do more.
Senator Jack Reed, so sorry for what has occurred and is occurring.
Thank you.
In your state of Rhode Island. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Donna.
Thank you for